Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And you know I had to make a comment about it. I have never met the Gruber man, Jamie Gruber, who does awesome work. Love what he does. He's a little on the home team side, but it's okay. Nothing wrong with that. And you know, sometimes from experiences, and you guys know from experience as well, when your neighbors are developing projects well known, you tend to trust them because you live in the same neighborhood, you interact with them, and their kids play with you. But what you may not know is oftentimes because you are the new person in town, and really he's not new now, but you're new to this Larimar project. There's some of us who have been around since fourth quarter 2022. And for the SSN Nation, Larimar City and Resort was in my top 5 worldwide resorts. Yes, it will be built, but what iteration? So I'm going to get into it because you guys saw the thumbnail. And I'm actually going to do something live, but it's not live, where I'm just going to play video, going to show before and what's now. Therefore, there's reasons why certain people feel a certain way, and there's reasons why others do not. But when somebody says October 2022, that first phase delivery, not the first phase they're talking about now. It was only Prime Towers, Horizon 1, 0.6 of the Farallon, and downtown shops, restaurants, bars, kind of thing, and sports complex. That's right. That's what we were told in 2022, 2023. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hear from the Gruber man. And by the way, the Gruber video is basically the week of probably around October 29th, 2025. The video I'm going to play is actually when we have the same person, Daniel Malky. He's a good guy. Daniel Malky on. And it was June 17th, 2023. So this ought to be interesting for all the people that figured Larimar would fail. Now, I'm not one of them. I am the one that believes it will be built, like I mentioned. But what timeline? And since delivery was supposed to be September 2025 for one project or another, December 2025, we don't mind the 4, 5, 6 months late after. So you could give June 2026. Now, the problem is you can easily see there's no way they're going to build 5 or 6 buildings by any time in 2026. They are using panel building, which we didn't know what they were going to do because they were always saying we can build them real fast. But we'll get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen. And since I don't have the gear on, I'm going to actually have a different video to start this one, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Let's have a little fun while we're doing this because, you know, I'm like that. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, oh yes, the #1 project in all of Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, called Larimar City and Resort. We're here. You need to come down here and get your unit ASAP. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. That's how you start off the video. 3 of the 4 individuals in the video, including myself, put money down to buy at Larimar in 2022 at the end or at the beginning of 2023. That's right. So don't think I can't be petty. Don't think, again, that it won't be built. It will be built. We just don't know what iteration. And you'll see what I'm talking about here shortly. So, but without further ado, let's get into some things right now. We're going to go to the Jamie Gruber start of his video. That's right. We're going to start at the very beginning. This is part 1 of probably a 5-part series. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm standing in the spot of a secret city being built in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, that many people doubt can actually come to life. And I gotta be honest, I wasn't so sure about it either. So today I had to come see for myself if this city that they say they're gonna build is just fiction or fact.
Commentary straight away. This here is Prime Towers. There's 4 towers. The Farallon is out front. Now, there should be 1, 2, and I can't remember if they went 3, 4. I think they did. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Prime Towers. Next door, Horizon View 1. Initially, for all those who are new, there were supposed to be 2 Horizon View buildings. It has been reduced to 1. And both of these were supposed to be first phase. That's 5 buildings by September 2025, December 2025. Clearly that cannot be done. And this notion about it can be done next year and 1 year, even with panel building, I don't think that would happen either. I have to be honest with people that have bought, and I'm responsible for millions of dollars worth of purchases by investors. Now, let's keep moving along, shall we? Because over here across the way is Breeze Towers, according to the map. We're going to get into the map shortly. And behind Breeze Towers is supposed to be a man-made beach. It's going to be awesome. All right? This right here is Origin or Origen. It depends on Spanish or English, but we'll use English. Origin. Beach Club. Well, or, okay, there's no beach, but there's a pool, which we'll get into, courtesy of Jamie. All right? And Daniel Malky. Here we go. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want you to understand something. There's going to be talk of parking underneath the towers. That doesn't look like parking to me, so I don't know their configuration or what they're referring to. Maybe somewhere there's going to be a parking tower, and then there's originally we're supposed to have shops underneath the towers. This looks kind of like shops. Clearly nobody's going to live down below grade. So we'll see how that all pans out. But of course we have receipts. There's no out of context here. Look at this. You're coming down and there's going to be a parking garage down here, which is fine, but you can see Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 3, Tower 4. I think that's the configuration. I know this is Tower 1 and I know this is Tower 2. I just don't remember which one's 3 and 4. But you can see below grade, so they still have 15 more stories to build, which makes 17 stories. And again, it's panel building. You can do pretty quickly with panels, but you're still talking 9, 10, 12 months or more and trying to do all 4. Ambitious within a 1.5 year time frame. Ambitious beyond belief. But nonetheless, here it is. Look at here, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is Breeze Towers. So you can already see 3 of the 4 towers for Prime. Across the street, which is what I showed you in the original, is going to be Breeze Towers. And look, oh my, look what's behind Breeze Towers. Another lake, man-made beach lake. And there may be in this building a restaurant. Across the street is retail. But again, we'll get into that shortly because I always have to bring other type of receipts. Now, I'm going to actually move ahead because in this video, a question comes up. And the question is a very honest question. Check this out.
I give you credit on that, to be honest with you. Like, you said, okay, let me listen to the market, and the market's saying, you're scaring us. That's big. Like, how can you possibly deliver that?
Why would people not believe that it's possible that this can happen? Well, I got time today. I hope you do too. Let's play the video from 2022 that came out and showed everything that was gonna be Larimar City and Resort and how spectacular and exciting it damn sure is. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. All right. After the 5-minute video, now some would understand why people would question, is this even possible? And I was told several times while I was actually talking about this, actually helping Larimar make sales, helping investors from Spain understand what is great about making investments with Claire HP in Spain and coming to invest in the DR at this project. Hopefully, this right here from June 17, 2023 from Daniel Malky, you guys can see for yourself what's going down. Hear from the horse's mouth how awesome this is going to be.
Okay, something very important is that the public area of Larimar, which is the first part close to the Farallon, is on one level. Okay, this is on one level, and the hotel area and the residential area is on a different level. There's actually a level difference between this floor, this part, and this part. As you can see in this render, this is, for example, the beach club of the public area, and down here are going to be the shops and the stores and everything. But the hotel, it's on a different level up here. So this gives the guests of the hotel and people and the beach clubs for the residents a level of privacy, because people that come just for the open mall or for the public beach clubs are on a different level, as you can see here. Let me see if I have some. See, I don't know if you can if you can see it from this.
Yes, we can see it.
Am I being clear?
Yes, you can see. We can see your screen. Oh, this right here is beautiful.
Here,
look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
So, for example, the view that you're gonna have from the beach club, from the hotels, or from the pool of the hotel is gonna be amazing, because you're actually a floor higher than the people down here.
Exactly. We didn't know it was levels.
Let's see. That is a reason why people would say this is not possible. And why realtors at the day in 2022, 2023, and even to this day is saying it would never be built. But I was the one that said, I have receipts. They actually have documentation that they have a deal with the land. They have documentation, they have approval for some things at the time that says they can build in this area. Yes. That was all good, and we rolled, we rocked, we had our SSN Lifestyle Investors Forum there, and everything. That's right. We talked with the CEO, we talked with the communications director, we talked with, I still call him the German. We're all there. Kumbaya. Yes, we're happy. We have recordings that have never been released. It's kumbaya. That's right. But hey, we have more to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen, because if I haven't already went to the part where Gruber himself says he did a full investigation, let me go find that.
I did a full investigation on these guys, on their products, on their construction company. But Clerp is actually a construction company for multiple projects in the area. So it's not like they don't work here in the Dominican Republic. but Larimar is their signature project, and they're doing the entire thing. So I did a whole thing. You can check out that video below.
He checked them out. Well, and that Larimar's going to build everything. That's what we thought in 2022, 2023. That sounded great from a Spain Stock Exchange member. But let's fast forward till we have to talk about the receipts of something else. Because I'm not going to go quietly into the night when this is the brochure from 2022. Now, you guys remember, here's the start. Notice there's no road here at the time, but this is the road that takes you to Larimar, where they're going to have their entrance. Now you're going to see where there's going to be a college here. There's going to be a gas station. There's going to be other commercial area here in S1, along with the sports complex and the golf, the tee, where you can do your hits for golf. I'm with Gruber on this. One golf course is enough. And my advice back then was move this around so you have holes that come out to the cliff, so it can overlook this Farallon and you can see the ocean. And by the way, for those who haven't been there, you can stand, you don't have to go high. You can sit on where the Origin Beach Club is. You can see the ocean. And at nighttime, it's spectacular. Daytime, it's spectacular. It's spectacular. Now, let's get into something that is no longer talked about. But back in the day, 3 years ago, 2022, H1 bungalows. That's right. Overwater 5-star hotel bungalows. And if anybody knows anything, bungalows generally overwater anywhere in the world cost $500 a night to thousands per night. That would give it something spectacular on a cliff overlooking, have a hotel plus bungalows overlooking Punta Cana and the lights and the ocean 24/7. That would be spectacular. Let me go even one step further, because we do need something else, don't we? We need renderings. So let's just pop them up. This was the rendering back then. Got us all excited. Poof. Oh my God. That would have made very, very special, added to the special for Larimar City and Resort. But, ladies and gentlemen, as you now know, that is not happening. And it was replaced by, unbelievably, replaced by golf course 9-hole par 3 out front, taking all this valuable space from the Farallon, adds no value equivalent to bungalows over water. Sorry. So that is the reason why some of us have to sit here and say, what the hell is going on? With that, no problem. No notifications. No nothing, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfortunate. Now we'll get back into some receipts. So that thing about them building everything themselves, Carroll's Golf Residences is a modern residential concept located across from Larimar City and Resort 18-hole golf course. On Larimar's website, Saturday, October 18th, the 5th Sky Tour presented Carroll's Golf Residences, and presentation gave way to the presentation of Borja Miguel, CEO and founder of Carroll's, who shared the vision and essence of this unique proposal in front of the Larimar golf course. So it looks like to me, I don't know about you, but Carroll's is the name. It's not called Larimar City, whatever their project is. But hold on. Maybe I'm misconstrued the situation. Maybe Larimar is building, but by the way, can somebody show me any projects that Larimar has actually built in the Dominican Republic? That would be awesome. But let's hear from the CEO. That's right, 39 weeks ago. Does anybody see up here? Doesn't this look like we offer complete turnkey buildings for a developer who want to sell with their own brand within Larimar City? I know some of you missed this. I didn't, because again, I'm involved with millions of dollars worth of sales at Larimar. So I have vested interest whether I want my money back or not. No out of context, I'm sure. And anybody that can do the translations on AI or whatever, no misunderstandings, correct? Right? No misunderstandings. Part 1 of probably about part 5, part 6 series, ladies and gentlemen. This is enough for now. I just figured I'd get your feet wet. But before I end this, let's go to something else real quick. All right? I want to go to the last thing in this video. We need to go to, oops, sorry. It's way too much stuff to get through, but we're going to get there. So let's go look at this first 4 holes of golf so you guys can understand what, if anything, seems a little different. Because we didn't get to the entrance, did we? Here you go.
And we're building this entrance here that's going to take you into the city. As you can see here on the map, that's the road that we're building here. So here at the outside of the city, we have commercial areas for, you know, a gas station, commercial real estate, maybe have our medical facilities here. We also are planning to have a university in Larimar.
No kidding.
Yeah,
A full-on college.
Exactly.
Right here. This is going to be where the school goes.
Yeah.
No out of context, I'm sure. And anybody that can do the translations on AI or whatever, no misunderstandings, correct? Right? No misunderstandings. Part 1 of probably about part 5, part 6 series, ladies and gentlemen. This is enough for now. I just figured I'd get your feet wet. But before I end this, let's go to something else real quick. All right? I want to go to the last thing in this video. We need to go to, oops, sorry. It's way too much stuff to get through, but we're going to get there. So let's go look at this first 4 holes of golf so you guys can understand what, if anything, seems a little different. Because we didn't get to the entrance, did we? Here you go. You can see the college, the offices. See the entrance up front now? Plain and clear. And they're calling this like some improvement. Let me do something real quick, because I have to explain to people who don't understand golf courses and being built. You can just Google yourself and find out how long it would take to build a very nice 168 acres to 200 acre golf course. And remember, they have rocks and things like that on the cliff. And even a 9-hole par 3 golf course, it doesn't just take 1 year. You have to grow grass, I would assume, right? You're going to have to put in sand traps. It's not a simple lawn care service that can do this. So I expect 1.5 to 2 years to finish the 9 holes. The 18 holes definitely is going to be over 2 years. So the expectations I have are different than what they tell people, and that's what I get frustrated by. Why don't they just say it's going to take us 2027 to have the 9 hole, and the 18 hole will give us about 3 years? Because we have a lot to do here, ladies and gentlemen. And with all that said, you guys know I'm going to have to clear this out to make room for video number 2. So stay tuned. And hey, welcome, Gruber, to the family.
These are the first 4 holes of the golf course that we already started moving
Oh,
the
no.
dirt.
Yeah.
So those are these first 4 holes. As you can see, we have a lot of progress already around here. We're building all the roads. So here we're starting getting the land ready for the villas, and you have the golf course.
And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen. Just think the money that you put down, the 10%, the 20%, the 80%, the 60 to 50% in 2022, you could have used that money and doubled it. If you would have been in the stock market, S&P, in NVIDIA's, AMD's, things we talked about then. But we opted to go into the most booming place to invest at the time. 2022, 2023, 2024. Will it be 2025 as well? Well, things have changed economically in the United States and Canada, the top 2 places where most of the investors were coming from. And 60% of tourists come from those 2 countries. So any downturn, that means a downturn on the economy in the DR with regard to tourism. And that's why the numbers match. 8.6 million tourists last year. We're probably going to get maybe a couple 100,000 more than last year, which is not good enough when you add 8,000 to 10,000 hotel rooms by the end of this year. Not good enough when you add 5,000 to 7,000 Airbnbs into the mix. And you have the same numbers as last year. Supply and demand doesn't lie. Capitalism always works, no matter what. But Larimar can still be one of the top 5 places, but will it be 2030? Another 5 years from now. Which is where this, I believe, goes to what we're talking about as far as first phase, which now I don't even know what first phase is according to the Gruber video. And with all that said, stay tuned for video number 2. And keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.
Yeah, we have about 200 villas for the first 9 holes, which are going to be included in the first phase of Larimar.
Wow. Yeah, what's that timeline?
This about June 27, yeah.
So like a year and a half, almost 2 years from now.
Yeah,
is what you're looking at.
More or less the golf course.